Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Matt Holiner here. Well, a true wintry mess across Wisconsin today. Rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. We've got it all. So let's show you how it's all going to play out. We're starting at 8 a.m. this morning, and a reminder that the green, yellow, and orange is rain. And as indicated in that yellow and orange, the possibility of some thunderstorms and heavy rain across southern Wisconsin. Mostly showers, but some spotty thunderstorms as well. In the pink is the freezing rain. In the purple, that's where sleet is most likely. And in blue, that's where snow is most likely. Already breezy out there this morning, gusts 20-25 miles per hour, and there'll be a bit of a breeze throughout the day. So this is 8 a.m. Now we're going to jump ahead 3 hours to 11 a.m. And notice how we start to see a transition from less freezing rain to more sleet. It could be either or. That's the pink and purple mixing together, but transition to more on the sleet side, it looks like, by the time we get to the late morning hours, at least for the northern part of the state. And also more snow showing up as some colder air aloft moves in. So there'll be less freezing rain, more sleet, and more snow showing up. But notice, staying in the rain for now in southern Wisconsin, but what you'll also notice is by 11 a.m. the chance of thunderstorms going away. At this point, it'll just be showers, no more thunderstorms to be found. Now let's take a look at 2 o'clock and notice that the chance for freezing rain and sleet going away, and now it is all rain or snow. But notice where temperatures are in the upper 30s, low 40s, it's probably still going to be rain coming down in southern Wisconsin, but for most, yeah, we're talking about snow. Mostly light to moderate snow, but I do think there'll be some pockets of heavy snow, especially as you get into the northeastern part of the state. That's probably where the heaviest snow will be. Notice at 2 o'clock, a light breeze around, gusts around 15 miles per hour. Here we are at 5 o'clock, and notice temperatures coming down just enough where now it's finally possible in southern Wisconsin for there to be a little bit of snow. The place where it's going to be toughest, I think, is around the Racine and Kenosha area, and may all end up saying all rain there, but we'll leave in the chance. By the time we get to 8 o'clock, I'm going to mention the chance for flurries still in the southern part of the state. I notice it is all snow showing up, but also improvement in the northern part of the state. Now we're just talking about scattered to isolated snow showers. And then I think there'll just be less and less activity as we go through the evening hours. And I think finally by 1 a.m., the last of the flurries will be out of here. So, time to talk about how much of all this stuff we're going to see. First, we're looking at freezing rain. And notice that the freezing rain limited to the central and northern part of the state. In fact, you go far enough north and there's probably not going to be much freezing rain. It's just 1/100 of an inch, notice, in Rhinelander. But then it starts to go up, 0.05 of an inch in Green Bay, and then you'll see that band showing up in purple, where we're talking about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of freezing rain. And when you get into that 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch range, that's when we're talking about numerous icy roads, tree limbs starting to get weighed down under that ice, and those could touch power lines, and so then we're talking about isolated power outages. So that's what we're most concerned about in that shade of purple, where we're expecting 1/10 to 1/4 inch of freezing rain with some sleet mixing in. But we're just looking at freezing rain here. And notice no freezing rain in southern Wisconsin, but notice what I'm mentioning for our most southern counties, including Madison, Racine, Kenosha. You know, I think 1 to 2 inches of rain is going to be common. And I'm not going to rule out in a couple spots, you get a couple thunderstorms to move over you, there could be a couple spots that see 3 inches of rain. And where that occurs, especially if that occurs in a low-lying or poorly drained location, there could be a few flooded roads in southern Wisconsin, especially late this morning, as was last round of heavy rain works over us during the early morning hours. Not going to rule out a few flooded roads. Pretty remarkable. We're talking about icy roads to the north, but possibly not widespread, but a few flooded roads in southern Wisconsin. Finally, let's talk about snow. And I do think, since we're only talking about flurries in southern Wisconsin, it's going to be no more a dusting. Really, as far as measurable snow goes, I think it may start around the Sheboygan area, but notice even Chippewa Falls, it's definitely looking like the ice is going to be the bigger impact. We're only talking about 1/2 inch of snow, but then it starts to go up, around 1 inch for Wausau and Green Bay, but around 3 inches in Rhinelander. And look at that sweet spot in northeastern Wisconsin. There, we're talking about 4 to 5 inches of snow and very little freezing rain and sleet. So a bit of everything, as I'm saying, across the state. Fortunately, once we get through today, again, all the activity coming to an end by 1 a.m., And we do have quieter weather to look forward to tomorrow. And temperatures not too bad, above normal for this time of year. We're talking about upper 30s, low 40s for most of us, but I'm not going to rule out some upper 40s in the most southern part of the state. And fortunately, not much of a wind chill factor tomorrow because winds are just going to be 10 to 15 miles per hour.